Sharron, we're here in Oxford.
We are.
We're in Oxford.
Great town.
Great
Born
town.
and bred.
Yeah, this is where.
Oxonian by heart.
And you're sleeping rough.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I've been sleeping rough for. I've come back to Oxford about a couple of years ago now. I left my house in Jericho, went to Birmingham to a women's refuge, and come back because my children were being threatened by my ex-partner. And anyway, long and short of it is, I've been sleeping rough now here for about two and a bit years, homeless in the homeless sector.
Now, how do you survive?
Oh, that's a good question. Through the grace of God, I think. Yeah. There's some great people that help, and we get donations of clothes through a couple of people, and obviously being born and bred Oxonian, there's people that have known me that come and they give me a little bit of support when they can, and I just survive. It's hand to mouth.
It's cold. You told me you're sleeping in a children's park.
Yeah, I'm sleeping out. I get a couple of nights a week at my friend's mum's house. She's really kind, but she lives in a one-bedroom flat and lets me get down on the floor. But apart from that, yeah, sleeping out in children's parks around Cowley area at the moment because the police wasn't happy when we were sleeping out around the town. And I had an incident that happened, in the town centre, and so I'm not really happy about sleeping out because of my mental health issues.
Well, nobody should be sleeping out in this cold.
I know that, yeah.
Now, you used to work in the sector.
I did, yeah.
Tell me about that.
I left in 2003. I left. I gave in my resignation. My oldest son's got mental health issues, and he's grown up now. But I was a single mum, and I was working like a full-time job, and and I was helping people that have got issues and stuff, and it just all got too much for me. And
so you were helping rough sleepers. You were helping.
I was, yeah.
You're working in the sector.
Yeah, which has actually helped me now because obviously people are familiar with me because they remember me from back then. So it's made my path a little bit easier. We're getting to know everybody because I knew a lot of the homeless people anyway.
Yeah.
Because I always used to give them money at Christmas and.
So you worked here in Oxford.
I did, yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then you ended up on the streets yourself.
Yeah. Life has its funny turns.
Yeah. What's your future like?
At the moment, to be honest with you, I don't know. I've got my, I've got a drinking problem and I've got mental health problems and accommodation, it's like I can't change anything till I get permanent accommodation, and because I fled mine through domestic violence. Until I get that back, somewhere that I feel that's mine, it's like, because when you're living out homeless, you're living day to day, it's hand to mouth, literally. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to progress. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's hostels and everything, and
you need dignity to get better.
Yeah,
and,
I need some private space, some time out. Especially with my mental health issues. It's very difficult, and my aspirations for the future is that obviously I get somewhere to live, a detox off the alcohol, reduce on my script, and then work towards doing voluntary work again and going back to back to where I was. But every day, I'll be honest with you, like this time last year I had more hopes that I'd get there, but as the years are going by, I'm feeling like it's more and more further away. You know what I mean?
Right.
If
you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Oh, that's a question. Have someone to live, my children back with me, and just be back, to living like a normal person. Yeah, that's my 3 wishes, yeah. Hello? Sorry. Yeah, that's my 3 wishes. To have accommodation, have my children back with me, and be living like a normal person. Whatever normal is, you know what I mean? Like, having a bit of a standard of living rather than the way I'm living now. Well, thank you very much for talking to me. That's okay. I hope I hope I've been honest enough.
Oh, you've been great.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless.